¿Qué onda, banda? Bienvenidos a un nuevo video y bienvenidos a Mass Effect. Continuamos justamente donde lo dejamos en el capítulo anterior. Y continuamos con nuestro Shepard hombre aquí en el... Aquí, donde no sé dónde. No sé dónde putas estoy, pero por eso aquí estamos, ¿no? Aquí seguimos. Mira esa mamada. Chingada su madre. Ah, no le digo, güey. What the fuck. Ahora sí. Bien. Hoy aumentamos de nivel y nos dieron un medigel. Muy bien. Por aquí hay otro. Mira, pinche idiota. Pinche castroso. Pinches castros. ¿Sí voy por el camino correcto? Sí, señor. Claro que sí. No mames, esta madre... Esta madre no es un planeta. Esta madre es un pinche volcán. Activo. Mira, ahí viene otra vez esa nave a joderme en la existencia. A ver, con mucho cuidado, banda. No quiero que me maten tan rápido. Muerto. Aquí había otro idiota. Muérete, pendejo. Muérete, hijo del pene. Ahí está. Allá qué hay, güey. Holy shit. ¡Oh! Cuidado. Uy, está más macizo, ¿no? Es idea mía. Bien, se murió. Ok. ¿Qué es eso de inventario? ¿Dónde está el inventario? No tengo ni puta idea. Bien, vamos a continuar por acá. Aquí hay que tener cuidado porque aquí también van a estar campeando. Sí, señor. Vamos allá. Espero que sí sea esta misión, güey. Aún estoy muy en duda de si era aquí donde está Liara. ¿A qué putos? No hay nadie. Ok. Nada más dos. Uy, no. Tan poquitos me esperan. Ay, pues qué jotos. A ver, por ahí vi que me lanzaron un misil. ¿Quién fue? ¿Fue de los que yo maté o hay alguien por acá? Bien. Por acá no hay nada. Es por acá. Está muy tranquilo, ¿no? Este pedo. Yo me acordaba que había un poco de más acción. Según yo, la verdad ya no me acuerdo bien. Sí. ¿Cómo chingados? Si es aquí, ¿cómo chingado le hizo Liara para llegar hasta acá, güey? Ok, perfecto. ¡Ah! No choques, idiota. Manejo como el culo, güey. Manejo mal, horrible. Parece que manejo con las pinches patas. Vale, con cuidado. Acá me están esperando también. Este verga sí me dio. Ahí está. Lo bueno es que también tenemos un escudo extra, güey. Vale. Ok, creí escuchar algo, no sé por qué. ¡Listo! De aquí ya no podemos continuar. Tenemos que seguir a pie. Vale, esta no. Tú llévate esta y tú también llévate esta. Vámonos. Guardando contenido. Ay, qué bueno. Tenemos un guardado automático. Ahora, mucho pinche cuidado, ¿vale? ¡A la verga! ¡Oh, su puta madre! ¡Uf! Bien. Excelente. ¡Ah, qué buena rola, güey! No me acordaba que aquí empezó una rola bien chingona. Ok. Deja de moverte, cabrón. Vale. ¡Ay! ¿Quién fue el verga? ¿Quién fue el que me lanzó esa madre? Uf. Quítate, idiota, no me dejas ver. Madres. ¿Quién es el hijo de puta? Ahí está. Bien. Ah, ya se acabó el desmadre. Muy bien. Vamos a subir por acá. Continuemos la senda, sí señor. Cuidado, acá hay otro idiota que me debe estar campeando el puto. ¿Dónde estás? Hijo de perra. Vale. Está chingada la rola, ¿eh? Muy acorde ante la situación. Mira qué bien están estos güeyes, ¿eh? Ahora sí los estoy protegiendo como debía. Ay, esta parte, cabrón. Va a estar perra, ya me acordé. Ya me acordé de aquí, güey. Sí, aquí es donde está Liara. Estos pinches acechadores son una mierda. ¡Me cagan! Bueno, trataremos de matarlos lo más rápido posible. Y ahí trae a sus pinches hijos esta nave. Como si no fuera un problema ya los puros acechadores por sí solos, güey. Madres, banda. Bueno. Vamos, team. Hora de esconderse. Ah, los de arriba primero. Bien. Con cuidado. ¿Dónde está el otro puto? ¡A la verga con la velocidad! Uf. Hijos del pito, se mueven a la velocidad de la pinche luz. Fuck. Bien. Allá hay otro, mira. ¿Dónde está? Se acaba de esconder. Hay que matar primero a estos que son muy molestos, güey. Pero bastante molestos. ¿Dónde estás, puto acechador de mierda? Bien, se murió. Perfecto. Ahora sí, banda. Ah, el puto escudo de mierda. ¿A poco no maté a ese güey? Uf. Bien. Fuck. Vamos, rápido, rápido. Ahí está. Uf. Cuidado, va a disparar. Espero que le esté haciendo daño. ¡Ah! Mierda. Uf, ¿cómo aguanta este cabrón, eh? Bien. La puta, güey. Pobrecitos. Vale, aquí hay otro que se está haciendo bien pendejo. Vaya que no era una misión tan difícil esta, ¿eh? Yo me acuerdo que la primera vez que la jugué me mataron, güey. Todo pinche pendejo. Sí, me mataron luego. Maldita sea, güey. Ah, no, me mataron 2 veces, ahorita que me acuerdo. Qué ojetes, ¿no? Vale. Bien, síganme. Síganme las buenas. Por aquí no puedo... Ah, sí puedo entrar. Lo malo es que ya desperdicié mis bombas, güey. Ya nomás me quedan 2. Bueno, mis granadas. Más bien, mejor dicho. Equipo. 160. Tú esta. Y tu carnal, esta. Vale. Confirmar y salir. Dame a Shepard y vamos a agregarle unas mejoras. Ok. Confirmar. Vale. Banshee. Vamos a agregarle de impacto por 2. Y vamos a agregarle... ¿Qué será bueno? Mira mejorada, ¿no? A esta chica vamos a aventarle... No, idiota. De impacto por 3 y... Gran calibre por 2. Sí. Listo. Se ve la mejoría, mis estimados. No tengo armaduras de momento. Mierda. Fuck. ¿Saben qué? Un momento. Vamos a mejorar también lo que es el fusil de francotirador. Vale. Daño tóxico. Y... estabilidad del arma. También estaría bien la estabilidad del arma, ¿eh? Vamos a ponérsela. 91. 92, ¿no? De daño, ¿qué les parece? Está mejor, ¿no? Daño por segundo, ahí está. Vale, necesito que le disparen, muchachos. Bien. ¿Qué hay otro idiota aquí abajo? ¿Ya lo habrán matado o no? ¿Dónde está el care? ¡Ah! Uf. Mierda, no siento que haga muy buen daño esa arma, ¿eh? Vale. Ah, está aumentando mi salud. ¿Por qué aumenta mi salud? ¿A poco eso se puede? Vale, vamos por acá abajo. ¡Va a romper esta! Gracias. Creo que me hice daño, ¿no? Así es, tú, mi estimada Tali, tienes razón. No sé qué dijiste, pero yo apoyo tu idea. Yo apoyo tu forma de ser, tu forma de hablar, tu forma de ser decidida, sí, señor. ¿Y este güey qué está haciendo? ¿Qué pedo qué haces, compadre? ¿Estás haciendo músculo acá? ¿O qué chingados? Bien. Ahora sí. Botiquín. Gracias. Sí, señor, dame esta. ¡Oh, mierda! ¡Rápido, rápido, rápido! ¡Dispárenle, par de pendejos! Bien. ¡Joder, su puta madre! Si no me ponía las pilas aquí, chingaba su madre la vida, ¿eh? Ok. ¿Qué pedo con la Tali? ¿Soy yo? Sí tiene 3 dedos. Sí tiene 3 dedos nada más, ¿no? Creo que sí, güey. Ok, y ahora... ¡Oh, Liara! Hola, mi amor. ¿Qué pasa si toco esto? ¿Me hará daño? Ay, no, güey. ¡Mua! Hermosa doctora Tessoni.
Liara Tessoni, I presume.
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
We just need to figure some way past this energy field.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
We'll find some way to help you.
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Vale, tú no te preocupes, mi estimada. Yo te ayudaré, claro que sí, para eso estoy. Bien. Creo que podría... ¡Oh, la puta! Déjeme respirar. Hijo de perra, güey. Su pinche escudo de mierda. Pendejo. Vale. ¡Ay! ¿Es en serio que sigues vivo? Ok. Estos pinches escudos, cómo me cagan. Y no ha muerto el desgraciado, nomás se cayó. Ahí está. Vale, ahora sí, hay que bajar. Todo despejado de momento. Sí, ¿no? Sí, ¿no? Sí, ¿verdad? ¿Qué es? Oh. Some ese perro, no se esconda. Muy bien. Introducir código. ¿Cuál es el código? Triángulo, no. Cuadro. X, círculo. X, cuadro, triángulo. X, cuadro, círculo, triángulo, cuadro. ¡Ah! Soy una riata. No me acordaba de eso, güey. ¿Qué fue? A la tercera, ¿no? Cuarta, por ahí. ¿No hay malos? Creo que no, de momento no. No sé si hay algo más acá que podamos encontrar. Sí, mira, decodificación fácil. ¿Qué es? ¿Qué tenemos? Siempre dan varias cosas, obviamente. Bien, mejoras de armas. Y estaría muy bien si me dieran también salud, ¿no? Cuadro, cuadro, X, triángulo. Ahí está. Fácil y sencillo. Bien. De momento ya es todo. Supongo que ahora, si mal no recuerdo, ya puedo entrar. Y era por aquí abajo. Sí, señor. Ok. Vamos con mucho cuidado. ¿Cómo vamos de virtud? Vamos mal, güey. Tengo descuento en las tiendas. Qué chingón. Forma física. Soldado. Vamos a agregarle fusiles de asalto, armadura, barrera, éxtasis y alteración. A esta chica también hay que aumentarle algo. Electrónica, amortiguación, decodificación, pirateo. Un poquito de todo. Bien. Y esto creo que es un elevador. Sí, señor. Me acuerdo la primera vez que lo jugué. No tenía ni perra idea de lo que estaba haciendo en este pinche lugar. Yo estaba apretando botones a lo pendejo. Liara, mi amor. También cuando lo jugué le dije perra. ¿Cómo me atreví a decirte eso? Te tendría que haber dicho hermosa, preciosa, pedacito de cielo. ¿Qué dice? ¿Cómo habéis llegado hasta aquí? Creí que no había manera de cruzar la barrera. Mi estimada, pues es una pinche pistola.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Not so fast, Shepard. You sure she's on our side? Her mother's working with Saren.
I am not my mother. I don't know why Benezia joined Saren. I don't want anything to do with that Turian bastard.
If she was with Saren, the Geth wouldn't be trying to kill her.
Sí, Grex, no manches, no puedes desconfiar de esa bella mujer. Es la más hermosa de todas las pinches azules, de todas las Azaris, ¿no? Creo que son Azaris, ya no me acuerdo.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on. I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
the conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
Me sigue gustando ese diálogo, güey. Si muere aquí, lo mataré, güey. Es como decir, no sé, una persona que se autosuicidó a sí misma, ¿no? Una pareja de 2. Un trío de 3. Cuánta pendejada, ¿no? Ok, aquí va a haber una movida. Güey, que por cierto, los pinches Krogan están bien macizos, güey. Aguantan un chingo.
Or don't. That would be more fun.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
She'll stay with us, thanks.
Ella es mía, culero.
Saren wants
Es mi
her,
vieja.
and he always gets what he wants.
¿Ves? Ya hasta me volteó a ver con ojos de cógeme.
Spare
Sí,
the
es
sorry if you
mía.
can. No, doesn't matter.
¿Qué pedo con eso, mamón? No les dije ni buenas noches. A la verga. Con el daño de estos hijueputas. A la puta.
Spare the sorry if
Se
you can.
mamaron.
No, doesn't matter.
Vale, escóndanse. Quítate, idiota. Quítate, güey. Ah, cómo eres pendejo, en serio. Todos se vinieron a esconder, bolas de putos. ¿Dónde están? Son en el pinche cuello. Mira, aquí hay uno. Estos son fáciles de matar, como que son muy débiles. Vale. ¡Escóndete! ¡Ah, puta madre! No te quieres esconder. Ok. Mierda, güey. Eso que me estaba curando. Ya lo matas cuando ya no quiero que lo mates, mamón. Y la primera vez que jugué esto, creo que los maté a la primera, güey. Ahora no estoy pudiendo.
No, doesn't matter.
Ya no tengo. Pero dale al pinche señor Krogan. Vamos. Mátenlo antes de que deje crías, el imbécil. Bien, se murió. Ya acabamos con el más cabrón. A la verga. What the fuck? ¿Se murió? Se murió. Mierda. ¿Dónde están? Sómese, imbécil. Tómate, hijo del pene. ¿Y tú? Mejora de escudo. Revive, idiota. Ch, pendejo. Ahí todo muerto, todo tieso. No le doy a ese güey. Ahí está. Lo volvieron a matar y lo acabo de revivir. Bueno, no lo matan, como que solamente lo noquean, por así decirlo, güey.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there and your pilot is making jokes?
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there. And not just
No te preocupes, señorita, si no tienes experiencia, ya te iré enseñando cómo somos los humanos. De pinches calientes.
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves.
O sea que voy a hacer el amor con una niña. No, qué enfermo de mi parte, güey. Eso es pedofilia. Ok, por eso mi investigación no ha recibido la atención que merece. Mi edad hace que las demás científicas Asari no presten atención a mis teorías sobre lo que les pasó a los proteanos. Ok.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate? Or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Ok, muy bien, banda. Quiero comentarles algo muy tétrico que acabo de ver. ¿Qué es esto? Ok. Liara Tassoni, si la vieron, estaba preciosa. Pero vi algo muy turbio que me perturbó. No tiene orejas. ¿Qué pedo con eso? Dije, a la verga, güey, la señorita no tiene orejas. ¿Qué pedo? No me había dado cuenta de ese detalle. Bueno, no hay pedo. Aunque esté bonita me conformo. Y tenga bonitos sentimientos y me ame más adelante, por favor. ¡Ámame, culera! Bueno, vamos a hablar con la banda. Ya saben que siempre es bueno hablar con ellos, ya que, pues de esta manera tenemos una cierta relación más en confianza con ellos y aparte vamos aumentando la virtud. Así que vamos a ver. Bueno, creo, la verdad no me acuerdo si aumenta la virtud al hablar con ellos. Este güey espero que no sea bisexual, güey. No quiero que me insinúe nada sexual.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes.
Papacito.
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Es mía, culero, ¿eh? Pues a mí sí me gusta. A ver.
Just remember, Lieutenant, I saw her first.
Yo la vi primero, güey.
Only by a few seconds, sir.
Hijo de perra,
Just
güey.
trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
¿Qué?
Like I've got time to write you up. You have something you want to say, feel free.
Fair enough. Truth is, there's something wrong with all of this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins. It only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect field. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
There were other kids in the same boat, right? At least you weren't alone out there.
That's true. We did have a little circle to get together every night before. We didn't have much to do, though. It was a research platform then, and Kinetics kept Jump Zero off the extranet.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the... But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Bueno, vamos a hablar ahora sí con la doctora Tesoni. Sí, señorita, venga acá. ¿Qué onda, compadre? Tú, comadre. Doctora, ¿cómo se llama? Chacuas, ¿qué pedo con su nombre? Liara, mi amor. ¿Cómo estás, bonita? Señorita sin orejas. Qué turbio se ve eso.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs.
Que no eres interesante, ¿cómo que no?
In long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau, I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision.
La hice reír, banda.
There was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate.
No, ¿qué hice?
I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study.
Creo que la cagué, manda.
That's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only
joking. Okay. Vale.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must
Ya se puso nerviosa, mi estimada Zulita.
Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Okay. Vamos a ver qué me dice.
Joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Sin embargo, este segundo progenitor puede ser cualquier especie de cualquier sexo. ¡Qué rico! Hoy follamos, banda, hoy follamos.
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
¡Qué bonito! A ver.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Vaya, qué profunda, ¿no?
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
¡Qué bonita eres, mujer! Muy bien. ¿Cuánto llevamos grabando, banda? Después de un pinche día aquí hablando con ella. Bueno, pero necesito hablar con ella en todo momento. Sí, señor. Vale, ahora tengo que bajar. ¿Por dónde bajaba? Ya no me acuerdo. Puta madre, estoy perdido por acá. Vale. Vamos a tratar de conquistar a esa azulita, banda, porque de hecho esta es la finalidad, güey, de volver a jugar el juego. No solamente que yo lo quiero jugar, sino que aparte mi carnal, que ya les dije, no les voy a decir su nombre, me pidió que tuviera una relación con esta señorita. Así que vamos a ver qué tal se va dando con el tiempo, ¿vale?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was seasick. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a seasick man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Pero no te ofendas,
I
dice.
suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
No hagas pendejadas, compadre. Tú piensa, usa el pinche cerebro, que para eso lo tienes.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good? He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I think I'd like to hear about it just the same.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just a couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
What kind of cargo was the freighter carrying?
I don't know. All I saw on that ship was food and medical supplies. If there was anything of value on, that's why I didn't mention it sooner.
Whose ship was it?
There was a Volus trading vessel. Big one. Lots of guards. But they were no match for us.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I had. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Vale, muy buena información, compadre. Me parece muy bien. ¿Y tú, señorita?
You have a minute to talk.
Claro que lo
keep an
tengo.
open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rack. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, sir. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
That's odd. Your record is spotless and your technical scores are exemplary. You should be serving with the fleet.
Anyway, that's why I haven't served with many aliens, Commander.
I never knew my family. Grew up an orphan on Earth. Anybody in your family?
Couldn't say, Commander. So why are you out here? Just trying to get away from Earth?
Mainly I wanted to serve. protect the Alliance, save lives.
Glad to hear it. I'd hate to think you were out here for a free college education.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
¿Y por qué no a mí? ¿Qué pedo, güey?
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
Dice, ¿quieres que le pregunte por su vida sexual? Eso podría ser muy esclarecedor. No.
I don't think she's used to teasing. Good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it.
Ahí nos vemos, señorita. ¿Cuánto llevamos grabando? Muy bien. Listo, ya 51 minutos. Yo creo que ya vas... Ah, no, espérenme un momento. Me falta Tali. ¿Cómo se me pudo olvidar Tali? ¿Cómo eres pendejo, Aratak? Vamos por la señorita Tali. Señorita Tali. Señorita Tali.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Hola.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Seren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Vale. Hablamos luego, mi estimada. Bien, ahora lo que toca ya simplemente es irme, ¿no? Aquí arriba. Vamos a subir. Ah, bueno, también tendría que venir con este güey, el de los suministros, güey. A ver qué pedo. Pero no lo voy a hacer aquí en cámara, obviamente. Porque tengo que pendejear, tengo que leer, investigar y la chingada. Y se puede hacer un poquito tedioso, banda. Entonces, todo eso, ya saben, va a ser fuera de cámara. Y misiones secundarias, de momento... todavía me faltan estas dos. Vale, misiones secundarias tengo estas. No son muchas, ¿vale? Tengo que regresar a la ciudadela para hacer esa. Para hacer esta, ¿ok? Tendré que regresar en algún momento. Y bueno, creo que de momento ya es todo, ¿no? Ya no hay más por hacer todavía. ¿Qué pasa si hago esto? Manual, abrir. Ok, sí. Ya esto es después, banda, ¿vale? Vamos a dejar el capítulo de hoy aquí. Espero que les haya gustado. Estuvo entretenido, güey. Ya lo hice un poquito más... ¿cómo decirlo? Más fluido, ya que las primeras veces que jugué este juego lo hice muy pausado y ahorita ya siento que está fluyendo un poco más. Ya vamos avanzando. Pero bueno, banda, cuídense mucho. Muchísimas gracias por haber visto este video. Nos vemos en el siguiente video. Se lo lavan. Bye.